and welcome in. I'm going to be doing a reading. I'm going to pull a goddess from my goddess oracle and see what her message is for you today. I got two, but let me see which one. It's this one. Oh yeah, the Transformer. So let's see what message Oya has for you today. Let me pull out some tarot and then I'll get into some oracle cards as well. Oh, we got some cards flipping over in the deck. Got the Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Alright, let me get a couple of the Lenormand. Alrighty. Okay. So this message is about, obviously if we have Oya here, the Transformer, this is about a transformation. It's about moving from a difficult time to an easier time. Blue eyes could be important. It seems to me that there was heartbreak here in the past, but actually it looks like you have a new love that's coming in soon. I also have the Garden of Venus, which I have personally pulled for myself when I was about to enter a relationship. This person could be foreign, like they could be from a different part of the world, or they could be from a different culture, but it does look like right now you are having a very difficult time. You're heartbroken at the moment, and it could have been that there was a relationship that's no longer together anymore. However, there is the seeds of something new coming in. There is a birth coming in, and it's a new relationship after this heartache, after this Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands actually for me is a good card, and I'll tell you why. It's because tens are endings. It's the ending of a cycle. And on the card you can see that the gentleman in the card is almost home. He's taking his harvest, or his wands, and he's heading home, but he's so close. So that to me just signifies that you're very, very close to the end of this heartbreak cycle that you're in. She also here, oh yeah, if you pay attention on her card, she's got a graveyard here, but she's moving past it. It's something from the past that's dead and gone, and it's, as in a sense, you're letting it go now. You are either working on it now, or you know that you should be working on letting this go. There is some swift communication that's going to come in for you. I do have this restlessness card. It is Mercury in Aries. So to me, that is a very quick communication. Also, look where you have your house of Aries. That could be in your birth chart. That could be where you meet this person. The person that's coming in, you will obviously need to make a choice whether or not you're ready for that person or not ready for this relationship. But whoever this is coming in is actually a very loyal person. And it could even be a friend. So if you have someone around you that is a friend, that might be the person that is going to be your next person. Now there's a lot of emotions here, a lot of really deep emotions that you're having to work through, but it seems like that those emotions are not serving you anymore. But you have to let those go in order for the new emotions to come in, for the new feelings to come in. It seems like there's a need to process some feelings, to go deeper with some feelings. This is not the, like, oh, I'm just going to let it go. Like, this is how I process. I just let it go. That's not what it is. Actually, there's a need to sort of dig deep into why you're feeling the way that you're feeling right now. There's a need to go deeper and examine why you're feeling that way. When you're doing this, it's really important that you do have the feeling of resting and renewing yourself, of healing yourself before you can move into something new. When this new relationship or this new situation comes in, if you're not healed and if you haven't done the work, it's going to be very difficult for this to be successful. And if you're someone who's not trusting very much, this new person that's coming in, whether you know them or not, they could be a friend, will actually be very, very loyal to you. Let's get some clarifications on the Queen of Cups. Let's get a clarification on the Queen of Cups. Father of Pentacles could have been a Taurus from your past. It seems like maybe there was some confusion about this person, or maybe he was confused about you or the situation, or he or she. It seems like there might have been some anxiety. It could have been a relationship anxiety in the past that caused a breakup. It could have been an avoidant person. Yeah, in the current situation, I do have that heartbreak, that tower moment. Could have been shocking, a shocking situation. This could have to do with a Gemini. I have two Geminis coming out. The Emperor. Yeah, it seems like sometimes when the Magician comes out with heartbreak cards like the Tower and the Three of Cups, this is somebody, could be a Gemini. But this is somebody who is two-faced or is like trickster energy. They have like this sort of two-faced energy about them, in the sense of illusion. Like maybe, especially with the Seven of Cups, below the Six of Cups, that could be in the sense of illusion. Maybe they had you believing something that wasn't true, or had you feeling something that wasn't true. Maybe they led you to believe that they were more interested than they were. It could be anything like that. It's just a trickster sort of energy for me. And you feel at this time, maybe you feel tricked. Maybe you do feel tricked, like this person told me one thing, it was actually something else. The other message I'm getting is that you could also be feeling heartbroken but optimistic about the future. Heartbroken that this happened and sad it didn't work out, but optimistic, like you know that you can create your future, that you can bring somebody else in, and you have that hope and that knowledge. Now going into the energy that's coming in for you, I do have the Lover's energy. I have the Hanged Man and the Four of Cups. So this could be somebody that, like I said, that you already know this person, but for some reason this wasn't explored previously. With the Hanged Man here, it is telling me, again, reiterating that you do need to see something about yourself and perhaps your patterns before this comes in for you. The Four of Cups, to me, a lot of times can indicate stable emotions, but emotions that are so stable that it borders on almost boring. So there might be a choice here for you coming up, and it could be that maybe this person is very emotionally stable and you might not be okay with that. So what I mean is sometimes we have our patterns, sometimes we have our traumas and things that cause us to seek out these really exciting, super over the top romantic relationships because we think that that's what we want, or we think or feel that that's what love looks like. But sometimes love doesn't look like that, and a lot of times it doesn't. It's more of this consistent energy that's coming in, that you might need. And maybe if you have somebody near you, like a friend or a coworker or somebody that you have this potential with, maybe it's because it's not these huge fireworks, like sweeping romance, that you think that it's actually not for you. But real love actually builds over time, and the emotions get deeper and stronger over time. Real love doesn't start with this huge thing. And I mean, it can sometimes, but a lot of times I think that we get caught up in that type of energy of where we want this big, we want to feel loved, and if we feel loved if we have all this attention. But I feel like this is telling me that maybe that this person coming in actually isn't like that. They might have like this really mellow energy, this really sweet, calm, quiet energy, and you may need to understand that that just because they're not doing these big things or doing the things that maybe you're used to, that they're not interested in you. That's not the case at all. I think that if this person is around you, that they just have like a very calm, sweet energy, and the way that they treat you will be very soft. It's not going to be these grand things, this, but also with this type of energy, there's not going to be an up and down. This is a consistent, very much like they are the same person no matter what they're going through, no matter what day of the week it is. They are going to show up and be the exact same person for you every single day, no matter what. And I feel like maybe that's what you're needing. If back here in the past, it seems like there was a lot of emotions. There was a lot of emotions, and it felt like something that maybe was stable. It felt stable, but it wasn't as stable as you thought that it was. It appeared very, very stable, but it was not as stable as you thought that it was, which led to this tower moment, this heartbreak that you're feeling. But I'm here to tell you that this new energy coming in is going to be consistent. It's going to be loyal. And I'm hearing creative for some reason. I have this fortune card here. It's 5th house, Sun in Leo. So it could be a Leo. But what I'm feeling with this is just a very happy, consistently happy energy. Not over the top happy, not, no games. Just a very sweet, happy energy running through all of this. With the garden here, this garden of Venus, this also gives me like that sort of peaceful energy, that peaceful that peaceful love that's just always the same and always consistent. And also, this person could be a spiritual mentor to you. If you're looking for someone who is spiritual, they might come in and be a spiritual mentor to you. They might be into tarot. They might be into like Hermeticism or something like that, that it's going to guide you and help you. And I think that Oya's message here is that you need to transform the way you think about relationships. That there's a need to change maybe how you're seeing relationships, and specifically how you're seeing yourself within relationships. Again, like I said, there's a need to, with the Ocean here and then the Queen of Cups here, there's a real need to dig deep within your own self and do your own work and figure out your own patterns. This isn't the kind of like, again, this isn't the kind of energy of like needing to get over a heartbreak and just saying like, okay, I'm just going to forget that person. I'm just going to move on and just forget. Like, no, actually, I think you need to really, really dig into your feelings. There's also something about walking. I know that's so random, but like going for a walk. Like maybe this is somebody that you see when you're going for a walk, or you guys will like to walk together, or there's something to do with walking. Yeah, I can almost see like it's specifically on a sidewalk. I can almost see like a sidewalk. There's something to do with walking here. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know if this message could be just like for one person. I'm not really sure, but I kind of want to get some tea leaves out too, just to see if maybe anything resonates. Let's see if there's something else. So victory and an endeavor. This could be related or not related. Good advice from a wise person. I've got 2 owls here coming out, so owls could be significant. I also have this card here is the mentor card. So this is a card of like guidance, seeking guidance or having guidance. This could be guidance like from your higher self or higher power, whatever you believe in. If you believe in spirit guides or even in the physical realm, you might be feeling guided towards a certain person or a certain path or a certain type of shadow work, or owls could just be significant for you right now. So if you're wondering if this reading's for you and owls are significant, then this reading's for you. Reconciliation. I lost one. And a two-faced friend. So just be careful, obviously, of two-faced friends. This could be a non-related message for somebody watching. The pineapple with reconciliation, I immediately got, I also had this one that fell, advice from a friend, but with the pineapple with reconciliation, I almost immediately got, like, you need to reconcile the past. This isn't reconciliation of two people. This is reconciling past events, understanding past events and fully, deeply understanding them and transforming yourself so that this new energy can come in for you. I'm also going to get a month of the year to see if if it's a significant month of the year. Let's see what we have. So December. So this could have all transpired in December. Maybe you lost somebody in December, or you broke up with somebody in December. Maybe you met this new person that's coming in December, but you weren't available. So that could be another another message for somebody. There also is going to be some clarity coming in around a couple things. This could be around, this is something around yourself. This is around yourself and your self-worth. There's definitely clarity coming in. I have on the bottom of the deck over here of my Kim Krans deck, I had the Two of Swords reversed. So that to me is, the Two of Swords is blocked, but if it's reversed, then that to me signifies that there is like a definite conclusion being reached. Something's being closed, something's being understood. Now this can apply to anybody in the sense that we can't actually properly move forward until certain chapters are closed, and you can't actually close chapters until you do like the work, the inner work of it. But I do think that this is for a specific person, because I think that there's somebody around you either now or coming up who has a very, very calming energy, very sweet, very calm, very emotionally stable energy. And you might get the wrong idea about them. You might think like, oh, they don't think about me like that. They're just a friend, or there's no way that they would be like attracted to me or something like that. But I actually don't think that that's the case. I think that they actually are very much a good partner for you, or a good, I guess, a good candidate, or somebody that, you know, could help you along your path, whether it is a true romantic partnership or at least just a friendship. So I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird. I'm kind of recovering from a cold, but I hope that was helpful, and have a blessed day.